Is that soon?
I don't know.
It's this year.
It's
weird. I've instinctually wanted to say next year, but...
It is 2016.
It is 2016.
This is the first PS podcast of 2016.
And it's going to be a doozy.
Woo!
We got some things happening.
Strap in, lads.
Get ready for this year.
And lasses. Anything else? I think that's really it for me.
I'm trying to think. I'm actually, it's disgusting. I won't even talk about it. But I've been playing again on my phone, like, addictively. It's
That's not canon.
No, it's not canon, so I'll allow it.
I got one. We were complaining a little... Well, not complaining, but we're a little lukewarm on Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
No, I think we... it wasn't a complaint. We were like, we're having fun, but it's also
it's not holding us.
Fun. And then we stopped playing it, and...
Well, because we realised, Govinda, that Borderlands 2 is the better game of the Handsome Collection.
By a pretty wide margin.
Yeah, I fired up Borderlands 2, and that with the up-res and, like, the flawless frame rate, I'm just totally chuffed. I've been loving... I played all morning, actually, while you were at work.
It's just better.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, the story's told better.
Handsome Jack's a douchebag, as he should be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just... instantly, you can just see there's a bit more production value behind it.
Oh, so much more money.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's fun. We'll probably play a bit of that later.
So much to do. So little time.
Soon we'll be
whatever.
dead.
I just got to work at 6 tomorrow. It doesn't matter.
Don't sleep.
Who needs sleep?
Sleep
I'm drinking whiskey, so whatever.
You're going to sleep like a babe. You ready for some news, Govinda?
I was born ready, actually.
Were you?
Yeah.
Well, strap in, Sally.
I wish I had something to click, so it sounded like I was strapping in.
That would be great for next week.
Strap in Sally? I don't appreciate that.
Well...
But that's okay. Well, no, let's move past it.
All right.
Don't do it again, though.
I won't allow it to happen again.
Not that there's anything wrong with the name Sally, but...
Yeah, apologise.
Well, kind of. It's just a bit old now. Imagine naming your kid Sally.
Imagine naming your kid Govinda.
Thanks, Mom.
Shit.
Fuck.
I was named after a cabbage, so don't worry about it.
Both have Indian names, actually.
I don't think mine's Indian.
What's yours, Buddhist?
I think it's Arabic.
Arabic.
Yeah.
Can I start calling you Khalil?
No. You can call me Carl.
No, Khalil. Like Khalil Mack. I think he's a football player. Fuck, I have a problem. Let's go. Move on. News.
Speaking tonight during a Take This charity live stream event, BioShock creator Ken Levine talked a little more about his upcoming game, which remains largely a mystery.
Woo!
He was asked what his influences were and proceeded to list off a broad range of influences. These include not only first-person franchises, his new game is first-person, but other genres too. He said the new game is inspired in part by Dark Souls, System Shock, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, Civilization, and Dying Light, the game he was playing during the live stream, in parentheses. But don't necessarily expect Levine's next game to closely resemble any of those games. Instead, the game will be more, quote, in the realm, end quote, of some of the earlier games that he worked on, the developer explained. Levine made it clear that his new game is not a huge AAA production. This tallies with what we heard before, as the game was initially described as a smaller, more entrepreneurial project. Levine has talked quite a bit about his new game recently. Just last week, Levine said the new thing is set in a small-scale open world. It's also being designed to be highly replayable. Earlier in the month, in a different interview, Levine shared even more details. Quote, I'm so deeply involved in the themes of our new game. Our new game is a science fiction game, he said at the time. It involves themes like artificial intelligence and what it means to be programmed, that you are a thing that was created by programming. End quote. What do you think about that, Govinda?
So he was playing Dying Light at the time?
Correct.
Yeah, that's interesting. He rattled off some wacky game
It's
combos.
It's an interesting mix.
So System Shock, what? That was... It's not BioShock, but it was like the predecessor.
Yep, much more horror-focused.
PC only?
I believe it's an old game. There was System Shock 2 as well.
Yep. System Shock, BioShock, Dying Light, Civilization?
Shadow of Mordor. Did you ever play that one?
Did you say Civilization?
Yep.
That one to me is just the most random...
That's the wild card.
Because the other ones I can kind of understand.
Dying Light and BioShock are almost pretty similar, I would I mean, I know it's
different settings and stuff for the first person. Maybe there'll be a bit more mobility in it.
And he said this might be a small scale open world.
What does that mean? Like,
what does that mean? Like, okay, I would describe Tomb Raider as a small scale open world. You're on a linear path, but it opens up into larger areas in different points. I think, and then you can fast travel to all of it.
Well, like, would you consider the original BioShock to be a small scale open world?
No.
Why?
That's because
you have access to everything once you get there. You know what I mean?
It's more gated. There's so many points where you'll need to stop. You'll need to go get a plasmid to advance. You'll need...
Yeah, but that's just kind of like the as we were like talking about before, the Metroidvania, Guacamelee, Melee sort of...
I think that's what stops it from being open world, that it is more Metroidvania.
Yeah, but I was just thinking maybe that's what he means by like the small scale open world, because once you get through it, you kind of can go back. There's other secrets to find. Like,
I think the interesting part is the highly replayable.
Highly replayable, and it's locked in as a first-person game.
Yes,
that's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they pull out.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much anything he touches turns to gold.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're me and you love BioShock 1 and Infinite.
Yeah. I guess. His storytelling's really good. But without the big bucks behind him, it'll be interesting to see what they can pull out. Because I'm sure BioShock and BioShock Infinite were not cheap.
No.
They both had very large teams.
So does this mean
So it'll be interesting to see if the world, because the world of BioShock was what was so gripping as well as the story.
Rapture.
So and Columbia.
Good call. I was trying to think of what that place was.
Yeah.
I want to play that again. Where's my HD? God damn it! Where's my PS4 HD BioShock?
You're never getting it. You're never getting it.
I want it.
It's never come.
But I want it.
I want it now.
I will give top dollar. Or at least several top dollars.
That's cool, though. I'm interested to see what they do. Great games. BioShock is still one of my all-time faves.
I believe Infinite was my first platinum.
Was your first platinum?
On PS3, yeah.
What about Uncharted?
Oh, actually, that Uncharted 2 might have been it.
They'd
be around the
same.
same.
You get 3 as well?
Yeah, but that was much later.
You got the 3 platinum?
Oh, I might not have.
Because I didn't.
Yeah, I'll have to double check that one.
I definitely got 2.
Sorry. I got 3. You got 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't do that Lazarevich fight. That's what, stopped it.
You could have so easily gotten it.
I might one day.
That Lazarevich fight is an easy cheese.
I still am
easy cheese.
I toy with the idea of getting the Uncharted collection. Just for the collection, just to have it.
I'm going to just wait.
Yeah, it'll be cheap soon.
Until it cheapens. But yeah.
All about saving that coin
Ken
here.
Levine, give us a holler if you want to be on the show,
yeah.
actually.
It's the _PS podcast. Just shoot us a line.
Just tweet at us.
Don't be shy.
Even if you want to be a bit more discreet, you can just email us at thepspodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, I haven't checked that one in a while.
I checked it today.
Oh, good on you.
I had to.
Good on you, mate.
I made a Skype account.
Ooh.
There's a little teaser for you guys.
Boom, boom. Please be excited.
Please be excited.
Govinda, there's been a lot of talk about Final Fantasy 15 following its re-reveal back at Tokyo Game Show 2014. Specifically, with regard to its open world. We're talking a lot about open worlds today.
Yep.
That's a term thrown around rather loosely in this modern era.
Indeed.
And often confused for things that it's not. Speaking once again with Examiner, game director Hajime Tabata gave us a further look at what players can expect and how the structure of the game progresses based on the best aspects of both linear and open world game styles when it launches later this year. Quote, as you travel through each region, you'll see different kinds of enemies and will take different paths that make you do unique things in each one of them, Tabata explained. As you move through each region, the option for character growth and the different skills that will start branching out as well. End quote. As the player progresses through the game, new regions will open up for explorations. Each region will move the journey forward, Tabata said. How the story is handled, it's not 100% pure open world, but it's also not a pull along the rails kind of story. It's very much a hybrid of those two styles, which I think is the best of both of them. Players will also have access to several modes of transportation at their fingertips, including by train, a journey which he expects people to be very excited about. Govinda, please be excited for train travel.
I'm so excited for train travel. I'm not so excited for the game, though.
I kind of am. I keep thinking, I'm like, wow, now it's 2016.
They need to win me back at this point.
That's right.
So I'm not going, and it's probably a good thing that I'm going in with low expectations.
Yeah.
Because I was burnt pretty hard on 12, and it's going to probably take something.
Sorry, that's 13?
Sorry, yeah, 13.
12 was
a good time.
That was a good time.
Fucking Vaughn, though. Can we talk about the start of 12 and how they just messed up?
I think we have, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm sure they have. Why didn't I play as the brother?
What was
the brother
his
of
name?
the prince. The brother of the prince. Come on.
For 10 points, what was his name?
I don't know. Not Vaughn.
Yeah.
You don't know.
No, I don't. He was a badass, though.
As I was saying before, not really keen for another open world right now. So that kind of is okay with me.
Yeah, I'm alright. Like, as long as... Although, by my earlier definition, Final Fantasy 13 is a semi-open world with long on-rail sections.
They're not going to make that mistake.
They couldn't.
I just don't think they'll do it. And if there's not towns...
Oh, there'll be a fucking riot.
If I'm buying shit from my save point, I'm going to fucking lose it.
We already know that that's not the case because we've played the demo.
Well, you have. I played it for 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
It's actually really dope.
I just kind of don't want to... It's one of those things, like, if there's a movie I really want to see, I try not to watch trailers. Or, like, too many trailers. Star Wars is an exception to the rule.
A notable exception.
So, yeah, I try not to... I don't know. Same with Uncharted. Like, I'm just not watching anything else on Uncharted. I saw 2 demos and I was like, alright, that's enough.
For posterity, Vaughn's brother's name was Rex. That is
actually almost did know that, but I didn't.
KS. Rex.
I've got to stop saying I always start with It looks cool.
It does.
I'm excited, but not up the walls excited.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the car travel goes. Like, if you actually... Because you can just drive it. I saw the demo with that.
I wonder what they mean by not fully open world. Like, are they saying The Witcher's not completely open world because it's cut into regions?
So here's a good example. I like to think Final Fantasy X, once you get the airship, so you basically are working off a map, but once you go to these locations, they're massive and open. Although that isn't...
Well, no, I get what you mean. 10's a bad example because often when you get to the locations, it's a little funnel.
Yeah, that's correct.
Unless you go to the Calmlands, which is
so good.
A giant open space of nothingness.
It makes me so calm, the music. Get it?
Until you're trying to do the monster hunter, like catching all the fucking monsters.
Fuck, I'm gonna finish that game. This year, I'm gonna finish Final Fantasy X. So help me God, PlayStation Nation.
Maybe I should try. Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
I really want it to be good. I do. Like,
okay. Well,
deep in my loins, I want to like this game.
What would get your balls wet?
Honestly, I just need... Like, the story needs to be there.
Let's do this properly.
But almost... Because the story of 13 was just...
Garbage.
Bad.
L'Cie, Fal'Cie.
Yeah, like, why would you name 2 key components of your story something so similar that it's so easy to confuse them? The crafting, they're like, oh, you can upgrade your weapons. This is one of my, like, I'm not even kidding, it might be my biggest gripe of that game.
This was a big one.
Oh, okay, so I've got a sword now. I just got it. It's pretty cool. I'm going to upgrade it. Like, yeah, I'll spend maybe a couple hours upgrading it. And then, oh, wait, look, I just found another sword. That's
slightly better.
That's not as good yet. But give it a few upgrades, it's going to be just as good. So let me just break down this sword I just spent hours and hours crafting.
Yep.
And then it gives you, like, I want to say a legit 1/10, 1/20th of the elements you put into it. And it's not good enough.
No.
And secondly, I don't want to be shopping at a save point. Save points are for saving.
Well, specifically from 15, what are you looking for? What do you want?
I want a good story. Like, that's why 10 was so good to me, because it was a pretty concise, simple story.
Let me throw another question at you. How much do you think, because this is something I've thought about over the years, how much do you think nostalgia plays a factor in Final Fantasy stories? Because some would argue that it's all trash, and they could
Some would argue that Star Wars is trash.
That's fair.
Like,
But at least
anyone can argue anything, and that's...
At least with Final Fantasy, they all follow a fairly similar... Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I get it. But I like the similarity